I understand, but translate it first.
The question is about what's happening in Algeria these days, that they are exploding bombs and killing people, and they are
using
this verse which was read.
You see, if they read the verse in the context and the conclusion drawn by this very verse, qital is only permitted to destroy fitna, not to create fitna. And what is fitna? When deen is not for Allah, but for the fear of sword and other pressures. So whenever deen, that is faith, is subjugated to power, to strength, to coercion, to force, to persecution, this is fitna. And as long as deen is not free for Allah, as long as la ikraha fi deen is established, you are permitted to raise sword against those who by sword suppress faith or introduce their faith with the help of sword. So these people in Algeria, unfortunately, are misled by their mashayikh, and they are blindly doing things which is exactly opposite. The meaning of this verse, the import of this verse is absolutely exactly the opposite. Read the verses and I'll show you how this meaning is made so clear that only the blind cannot see. Otherwise you can see it so easily. Can't see. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. قل للذين كفروا إن ينتهوا يغفر لهم ما قد سلف وإن يعودوا فقد مضت سنة الأولين. What were they doing? They were putting pressure on the believers of Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. They were dragging Bilal in the streets of Mecca. They were murdering people just because they had believed in Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And they did not desist from doing such things. So Allah gives them warning. Desist, learn your lesson, behave like human beings, or we'll permit the believers to punish you. So because they were interfering with faith, so the defense of the faith with the same weapons as they were using was permitted. This is the context of this verse. وَقَاتِلُهُمْ حَتَّى لَا تَكُونَ فِتْنَةٌ. Their fitna is removed. Who are the non-believers who are forcing the faith of others, who are coercing people to change their religion to something else. Whoever does this with the help of sword or weapons, this verse permits such people to rise back with the same weapons. The import of this verse is exactly the same as the one mentioned in Surah Hajj. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يُقَاتَلُونَ أُذِنَ لِلَّذِينَ يُقَاتَلُونَ بِأَنَّهُمْ ظُلِمُوا وَإِنَّ اللَّهَ عَلَى نَصْرِهِمْ لَقَدِيرٌ. يُقَاتَلُونَ, the swords are already raised against them. War is already waged against them. And they are subjected to cruelty. The only crime is that God is one. We believe in our Lord God. So faith is the only crime they committed. And if to suppress this faith, a sword has already been raised, you have been turned out of your houses in an effort to prevent you from taking the name of one God and worshipping to Him and Him alone. When this happens, when the enemy is already fighting you with sword, then you are permitted for qital, not before that. So this verse should be read in conjunction with that. And the meaning becomes so clear and obvious. So it says, قُلْ لِلَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا إِن يَنْتَهُوا يُغْفَرْ لَهُمْ. If they desist from their stupid ways of forcing people to change their faith, it will be better for them. They will be forgiven, and all they have done will be, will be ignored and forgiven. وَإِن يَعُودُوا فَقَدْ مَضَتْ سُنَّةُ الْأَوَّلِينَ. If they repeated this, then they know what happened in the past. God punished such people. وَقَاتِلُوهُمْ حَتَّى لَا تَكُونَ فِتْنَةٌ. Fight them until there is no fitna. And what is fitna? وَيَكُونَ الدِّينُ لِلَّهِ كُلُّهُ لِلَّهِ. And faith is accepted not for the fear of mashayikh or from any government or any enemy of the faith. Only for the sake of Allah, you believe and you act as you deem fit to please Allah. This is the meaning of this verse. How can they apply it to the situation of Muslim rulers of a country, that they are fitna and they are fighting this fitna? Those who raise the sword in the name of religion, while a sword has not been raised against them for practicing religion, such people must be kept free from your atrocities, must be protected from your sword. This verse does not invite you to kill them. Wherever in the Muslim world has any Muslim state declared it unlawful to say prayers, wherever in any Muslim state, in Algeria or in Tunisia or in Egypt or anywhere in the world, has declared that if you pay zakat, we'll kill you. If you stand before Allah worshipping Him, we'll drag you in the streets and we'll beat you and destroy you. If you be honest, we're going to beat you hollow. If you say truth, you say truthful, then you are going to be punished really very heavily for it. It is not happening anywhere in the world except in Pakistan and against Ahmadis. So if there is a fitna, it is against Ahmadis. They forget that fitna and create fitnas which are not mentioned in the Holy Quran. Fitna is to bind religion, to force religion, to shackle religion. When religion is liberated from human efforts, human influences, when it's free for God only, then the fitna is removed. Then the soul must not be raised. Right?
ظلموا
وإنهم على نصرهم
وإن
لقدير
الله على نصرهم لقدير.
الذين أخرجوا من ديارهم بغير حق. Zulm and to ikhraj min diyarihim بغير حق. These are the two reasons which permit jihad bisayf. Made very clear. Which means interference in religion with sword. When that is done, then you can fight back with the sword. It's very fair and honest, isn't it?
يقول
Being honest,
قول
not
الصدق
to steal,
والصراحة.
in being truthful. Where are they prevented? In the giving zakat, no one is prevented. How can they fight back? Assalamu alaikum.